Hi there and welcome to Neophyte.tv, the technology show for the not so geeky. My name's Tiffany Young.
And I'm Ben Friedman, and today on the show we are going to be looking at this nice piece of aluminum.
You get so excited over here.
You know what? It's a hard drive, and I love these really cool, fast hard drives.
And me, I'm like, that is the perfect shade of lip gloss.
Yeah.
I mean, this is cool, yeah.
This is by OWC.
What is it?
It's a hard drive. It's a doorstop, and it's a good doorstop. See, it's hard to move. This is by OWC. This is the Mercury Elite Pro, and this is a 1 terabyte hard drive. So it's huge, but you can get smaller amounts too. You don't have to go with a terabyte, but you can get lower amounts of hard driveness in there.
Say 250, 500,
500,
750.
Very good.
Any sort of combination in between.
Yeah. And this guy, what's really cool about this drive is the number of ports it has. Take a look on the back here. You've got a USB port, so if you have just USB on your computer, you can use USB to hook it up. Firewire, if you have the faster Firewire, especially Firewire 800, like they have on the Macs, you can use that. Or they have this new eSATA port, which is this cool new port that only a few computers have now, but more and more are starting to have them. And you plug it in there, it's like a direct link inside your computer. It's as fast as having an internal hard drive.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Whereas USB, of course, is much, much slower than having an internal.
Well, here's my fear with the terabyte, and I have a terabyte too.
You have a terabyte?
I have 1 terabyte.
You have 1
terabyte. But this, I put everything on it.
You know, that's not the same as an overbyte. You know that. It's a terabyte. You have an overbyte.
Did I say overbyte? I put everything on it, and now my fear is that I'm going to lose it.
Yeah.
So I'd have to buy another terabyte to back up my terabyte, which what I should have done is get 2 500s so I can back up. First of all, they're a little bit less expensive.
Much less expensive.
And I've already solved my issue because even with the 250 is like your standard. That's my standard computer right now. It's about 250 gigs.
Right.
I don't need a terabyte quite yet. And now I realize that I haven't printed a photo in like 3 years, and it's all on this terabyte and not backed up.
That's a good point, because if something goes wrong with your terabyte drive,
I gotta go.
That's a lot. That's a lot of data to use.
Yeah.
Whereas if you have 2 500s, at least if something goes wrong with one of them.
Yeah, and they're a lot smaller. So if you take them with you,
the portable
you travel.
Ones.
The portable
much
ones.
Smaller,
I mean, they're they're this size right now for 500.
That's
which
true.
Is amazing to me.
Although the smaller ones aren't really much cheaper.
Well,
they're smaller.
Well, they're not much cheaper, but at least you have the double safety. Now, it doesn't have the, what do you call it, data something, the new link?
Oh, it doesn't have the eSATA port?
eSATA,
That's true.
I'm like, what? Data,
Although
SATA,
for backups, you
data,
don't need that
data.
much speed usually. I mean, it's not like you're doing video editing. That's what I like these drives for. It's great for video editing and shuttling stuff around because you can use the fast interfaces.
That would be great for video editing.
Yes.
Of course, you couldn't use this with the MacBook because the new one that came out, the 13-inch.
That's true. Well, you could use it with USB.
But not FireWire, which isn't even the medium one. So this would be like a MacBook Pro sort of companion, right? Oh, and the other thing that I noticed is it's got this ridiculous bright blue light. I mean, it's like blinding. Can we plug this in? See?
We can plug this in.
I have to show you this.
So you don't like the light? It's not the right shade of blue?
It needs to be more of an aqua and a little less bright.
Hold on, I'm plugging it in.
No, it's just so bright. It's like it lights up the entire room if the room's dark.
Wow.
So if you have a computer anywhere
That is pretty bright right there. See that?
I mean, it's great to know that it's on and it's working.
Yes.
Especially now that I only know I have one.
That's right. But in a darkened environment, wow, that is going to, I don't know if you guys can see that.
Light up the room.
Is it on?
It's super bright.
It is super bright. Look at that. Wow.
So anyway, other than that, I mean, I like the form. I mean, it does what it says. And
so there should be like a button where you could like turn off the light or dim it or something.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you give this?
I am going to give this a 4 out of 5. Which I think is pretty good, considering.
Almost lost your terabyte right there. Did you see that?
Cheaters. I don't know, unless you're video editing or, doing the big things that you do, for your average consumer, I don't know if they quite need this drive as of yet. So that would be and the bright light.
4 out of 5?
4 out of 5.
And I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5 because I don't mind the bright light. I like the bright light. The bright light is good. Gets you to the bathroom at night when it's in a dark room.
You can use it as a flashlight.
Right.
I can't see.
So I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5 because I think it's a perfect drive for no matter what you have to hook it up to. It's a great transportation drive to give to someone. You know, if I have to give big files to somebody, I know they're going to have one of those interfaces. So they're definitely going to be able to read
Yeah,
it.
that's nice. It's a workhorse. This is a workhorse drive.
Indeed. 4 out of 5 for Tiffany. 5 out of 5 for me. 9 out of 10 for the OWC Mercury Elite Pro from Otherworld Computing. A great big workhorse drive.
Yes, it is.
Yes, and we have another review coming up in a moment, so please stay tuned. Are you still lighting your videos the old-fashioned way? Heavy, fragile lighting fixtures, hot lights that make your talent sweat, gels and filters to match your colors?
Time to take a look at the Xylight LED lighting system, the future of lighting today. Small, compact, and durable LED lights with high wattage output. Cool LED technology won't overheat your talent.
And multicolor presets let you instantly choose from daylight, tungsten, or custom colored illumination, fully dimmable at the touch of a button.
And each Xylight comes with wireless networking built in for easy remote control.
For more information, visit Xylight today at www.xylight.com. And we're back, and in the second spotlight today, we are looking at this little device here, which doesn't look like it, but is actually a printer.
It is a small printer, yes.
It's a small printer. This is the Canon ip90. And
pretty lightweight.
It reminds me of the old joke, the IP freely, you know? Okay. Bad joke. This is the Canon ip90, and as you can see, it is a very small, svelte looking printer.
It's great for portability.
Yes, and it opens up like so.
And that's where the features end.
And paper is inserted like so.
I've had 2 of these over the course of the last year.
You've had 2 of these.
2.
The Canon ip90, Canon Pixma.
I bought it when it was new.
You bought one of these when they were brand new.
Like $349s when they first came out.
They're only $249 now. I'd like to mention that
not
now
so bad.
in Canon's defense.
A price a little bit.
Yes.
They really are great for portability, so I will say that. If you are on the go,
somebody prints from the car or something.
Yeah. I mean, now if you wanted to have complete accessibility outside of a power source, you need a battery, separate battery.
Which you can get for the battery. You can get a battery for this.
And then it's not Bluetooth compatible or Wi-Fi, so there's a component that you can buy.
You can buy a Bluetooth thing for it.
It's like $100, right around there somewhere.
Yeah.
So I remember looking into that thinking, man, that's really expensive.
So $249 plus like $80 for the battery plus like $100 for Bluetooth. So if you want total portability,
it's going to cost you a lot more.
But you don't have to. I put this in the car. I have one of those power inverters that you plug it into your cigarette lighter.
Which is a good idea.
Yeah, those are $20. Those are not expensive. And then you can and then I just plug a USB cable.
And that does work. What gets more expensive is that the ink cartridges are really tiny. They don't last very long, and they're expensive.
Yes, and that's true for pretty much all printers, but for
this one in
small
particular,
portable printer, you're ragging on the printer, Jeff.
And it prints slow.
That. Don't hold back. It prints slow. Well, okay, let's do an actual demonstration here of the printing.
Even in draft, even if you put it in draft, it's still not very fast.
Yeah, even in draft mode. I'm going to print a mixed document. It's got a couple graphics in it and I'm just going to put it in, let's see here, quality and media. I'm just going to do plain paper and print a composite document. So let's see how long this takes to print.
Okay. And other than that, the price, that's my last issue with this.
Here it comes.
For $150, it's probably, a little more worth it.
Pretty quiet.
It is pretty quiet.
Not too loud.
But if you need to print a 10-page document, it's going to be a bit.
So you can see the print speed here. This is standard copy.
The quality is good.
Quality doesn't look too bad.
At 50 cents a page.
It's not that bad.
I'm just kidding.
Yeesh.
You add in the print cost.
You know what I'm going to do here is after we do this, I'm going to print one at see if I can do regular draft quality here, as you were talking about. Plain paper. I don't know, how do I do draft quality? Grayscale.
Go to not layout.
Color, paper. It may not have it in the Mac.
Quality and media right there.
Yeah, in the Mac thing. That's where it was. And then it has just plain paper and grayscale. Here, I'm going to try grayscale. One in grayscale.
Try
see
that.
if that's better.
Yeah.
So there we are. There's a document that we just printed. It does print in color. And color looks okay. What do you think?
Yeah, it's okay.
It's a little wet. It doesn't dry super fast like a lot of inkjet printers do.
And this is where all your ink goes. I mean, really. I mean, this...
Here it goes again.
Little
This
ink.
one's in grayscale. Is it any faster? Looks about the same, isn't it?
And now, I haven't tried... In the Windows side, there's a draft
In the draft
button.
mode. Yeah.
I don't know about the Mac.
Right. Yeah.
And I do know that there was originally an issue where the Canon wasn't compatible with a Mac.
Yeah.
Only a PC.
They fixed that now.
And then you had to buy the other one. To,
Indeed.
Yeah.
So I really like this printer. It is pricey. It's $249, whereas you can get an inkjet printer for just $49 now. You know, you're $39 probably. How much was your last inkjet printer? I mean, they're cheap.
Yeah, they're really inexpensive. I just got a wireless printer for $100.
Wireless. It's an all-in-one.
It was all-in-one,
Yeah.
$100. The ink cartridges last quite a bit longer than what I'm used to.
Yeah, these ones, the ink cartridges are not great on. So $249 is very expensive, but at the same time, it really does serve a niche process. If you need to, print.
Not much faster.
Not much
than
faster,
this
and
one.
It looks pretty crappy.
Obviously, it's not very, very good quality. But you use less ink. I mean,
But I got to tell you, I give this a 4 out of 5. I think for what it does it well. You know, it's designed to do a certain job, and it does it well. And if you don't need a portable printer, you can certainly find cheaper options.
Well, I'll give it a point for portability. The rest of it, it's overpriced. It's expensive. It's not. Yeah, it was disappointing. So
What do you
one
give it?
1 out of 5.
1 out of 5? Oh my goodness, 1 out of 5 for Tiffany.
Yeah.
What did I give it? A 4 out of 5?
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5? Wow, pretty big disagreement there. That's 5 out of 10 for the Canon Pixma ip90. Maybe something you should look at if you really need this particular
Portability,
feature. But other than that, not a lot to redeem itself, according to Mrs. Young over here.
Yeah, it's not.
All right.
It's not all that.
That's all the time we have for this week, but go to the website, www.neo-fight.tv. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think.
Yeah. What do you think this price should be?
What do you think should price is? $249 for a dedicated unit like this too much? You know, I thought it was fair.
And can they add Wi-Fi? That would be fantastic.
That would be nice, although that wouldn't really happen in your car so much.
Yeah, I know, but you could put this
your
thing
home.
anywhere, really. You could put this in anywhere.
And if you happen to have an extra 30 seconds, take a look at this.
Hey, I'm Andy Walker. Have you just bought a new computer with Windows Vista on it? Or maybe you've got an old XP computer that you're upgraded. Well, we've just created an amazing new DVD. It'll teach you everything you need to know about the new operating system from Microsoft. It's called Getting Started with Windows Vista. In this DVD, there are 3 sections. One is out of the box, what you need to do as soon as you start up Vista. Number 2 is Vista Essentials, things you need to know every day to make your computer experience amazing. Antivirus, security, all kinds of new features that Vista offers. And finally, geek tips and tricks, things you need to know that nobody else will have told you to make you a Vista guru. For more information, check out our website at gettingstartedvideo.com.